Okay, guys, I am back with my May reading hopefuls. This is the stack of books that I hope to get through this month. I do have 9 books in this stack with 3 more that I don't own yet that I would like to get. I'll mention those at the end. And, obviously it's pretty big hopeful for me considering if you watched my last video of what I read in April, I only got through 4 books, and I said my average is usually 3 to 5 books a month, but I feel like I'm on a roll already, and I think I might be able to get through more than 5 this month. So, but like I said, these are hopefuls, and I think that if I can get through at least half of these, I'll be happy. All right, so first book is already checked off because I have already finished it, but it is from the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. This is the novella Fearful. Just finished this. I did enjoy this a lot. As far as, novellas go, I don't know. Well, so I mentioned in my April reading wrap-up that when I read Powerful, I didn't think it was necessary to read it unless you just wanted to, but I kind of feel like this one's a little necessary. And the reason for that is this is actually the story or point of view of Kit, after he's been crowned king and you know that he's ill. And there is another character in it that is very important, and you get their point of view as well. And I will not give it away who that is. If you listen to the audiobook, the narrators are really good in this one. And the audiobook actually has a bonus chapter from Kai's point of view. And I will just say, based on that, it kind of gives me a feeling that maybe she's working on another series about his daughter. I don't know. I could see that coming. It doesn't say, but I just feel like it could be a thing. So I haven't been keeping up with the, I don't know, is it called fandom or whatever of this series? So maybe people are already talking about it. I don't know. But anyway, based on that, I kind of feel like it. But yeah, this is already checked off. I gave it 4 stars. I did enjoy it. But that will be part of my May because I did finish it in May. All right, and then the next one I'm almost finished with. So close. This is the 3rd book in the Darkest Powers series by Kelly Armstrong. This is called The Reckoning. And like I said in my April reading wrap-up, this is, the best because the 2nd book is always like the bridge. I won't give anything away yet, but very enjoying this a lot. And then the other book that I'm also reading and listening to on audio, this one I didn't do audio. This is all eyeball read. But this one I'm listening to audio because the first book, which I read 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it's already been 2 years. It was actually, I would say, one of the books that got me back into reading. And it was called Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is the sequel called Nothing Like the Movies. And I'm enjoying this already, just like I did that one. That one I read in 2 days and I gave it 5 stars. I think the only reason I'm not finished with this yet is because I'm reading this one as well. So I like to have one that I'm eyeball reading and one that I'm listening to at the same time, just so, I don't know, I get variety a little bit. I don't know, but anyway, I feel like I go through them quicker when I'm doing that. I don't know, but I'm just enjoying this already. And again, all of those are YA. I'll be 50 next month. I don't care. I will read YA. All right, the next book is the third in a series, and this is not YA, but this one is called Scandalous by L.J. Shin. I actually got this for Christmas and I still haven't read it, but this is got pretty sprayed edges. And the first two books were called Vicious and Ruckus, and actually there's a prequel that if you have the Vicious book, it's tied to the end, and it's called Defy, and it's actually the prequel. But so technically I've read 3 books already, but this is book 3. Excited to get into this. I think this one is about, yeah, it's about Trent. So each one is about a different guy that are part of this friend group. Yeah, so I'm excited to read this one. I don't really, you get some of, you know, his story in the other 2 books, but you don't ever really get like his point of view or anything. So I'm excited to read that. And then after this, I'll go ahead and mention it now. So after this is one more book. It's called Bane. I don't have it yet. I'll pop a picture up right here. That's what the cover looks like. And so if I get to a point where I can buy some more books, that will be one of the ones I will be getting so I can finish the series. All right, and then the next one is the second book in this series. This is called The Cursed by Harper L. Woods. The first book was called The Coven, and again, pretty sprayed edges here. Now, the Coven I read last year, I think, and I liked it, but I listened to the audiobook on Spotify while I was reading along, and it was really aggravating because the audiobook would skip so much, and I was wondering if maybe the narrators were reading from a draft or something and not the completed book that you get in print, or I don't know what happened, but it got to the point where I was having to pause the audiobook to read what was printed and then start again when it caught up. And just for that reason, I was so aggravated. But I was interested in the ending. The ending was like a shocker. So I do still want to finish this series. I don't know if I'll be listening to the audio. I think what I'll do is start it and test it out. But if I see that it skips parts, that's it. I'll just eyeball read it. So, but I do want to finish this. I felt like in the first book that the writing was a little bit juvenile. Like it felt like I was reading a YA book until it got to the spice. And so it's a little odd for that reason, but we'll see. We'll see how this one does for me, if it lives up to its potential. All right, so then I have a trilogy that I bought these at a used bookstore. Actually, it was my local library has like a little used bookstore, and I got these like, I think it was last year, it might have been 2 years ago, and I still have not read them. And I feel like this is just something that like everybody has to read or something, kind of like Twilight. And it is the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. So we have 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed. I don't know why. I still have never read these. I've never seen the movies. So I'll give them a try. I have a feeling I'll get through these pretty quickly though. So because of that, I am adding another book, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. This is City of Ashes, and I got this one for Christmas too. Still haven't read it. So, but this one is a longer series, so I think that's why I've been putting it off, because I want to read a series in order. I still have several other series that I've only read like one book. But you know, I'm now, it's like I don't want to just read one here and there. I want to read the whole series. So yeah, so but if I have enough time, then I will get to that one as well. And then I didn't mention when I was talking about The Curse, there is one more book after that, as far as I know, called The Damned. So I'll pop a picture up here. So if I have the means to get that one this month, then I will get that one. If not, then I'll probably wait till next month. And then the last book I want to mention that I think comes out this month, and I've already forgotten the title of it, but it's the sequel to When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, and I'll pop a picture right here. Really want this one. Maybe I can ask for it for my birthday, which is next month, but if something happens and I'm able to grab it this month, that'd be awesome too. But anyway, that is my May hopefuls, and let me know if you've read any of these or they're on your TBR, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.